Para evitar que los milicianos vengan por aquí a joderos, este antro queda clausurado. La patata. Cómetela.
Hello everyone, I'm Johnny Johnson, and today we're taking a look at a Spanish Civil War film titled Libertarias, also known as Freedomfighters from 1996. This is one of those niche films that covers a unique perspective from a complicated time in history. It won't be for everyone, but if you're interested in the Spanish Civil War, it's worth checking out. Libertarias is a story told from Maria's eyes, a young nun caught up in the midst of the Spanish Revolution and Spanish Civil War. The Spanish Revolution took place at the beginning of the Spanish Civil War, and differed in that its main goal was the elimination of state power, with industries run by worker collectives. The film starts with Maria and her convent dispersing before being overrun by anarchist militia, who seek to destroy and redistribute the church's wealth. Maria ends up taking shelter in a brothel, which too is also stormed by anarchist militia, this time militia women. This is where the viewer is introduced to the theme of the movie and perspective, which is the Spanish Revolution, from the view of the Mujeres Libres, or the free women organization that existed in Spain from 1936 to 1939, an organization that would fight for female equality during the anarchist movement. The film is not a glorified feminist film. The position of women in the anarchist or liberation movement has historic significance. The Mujeres Libres would grow to 30,000 members in the summer of 1938. Women in 1930 Spain experienced wide-ranging inequality, particularly in employment and even literacy rates. Illiteracy reached as high as 60% in southern parts of Spain for women. Many women were attracted to the Spanish Revolution, which promised equality for all. Spanish women had only been voting in national elections since 1933. The experience of many women joining the Spanish Revolution varied greatly. Many anarchist leaders and Republicans believed the social utopias they were fighting for stopped at the front door. This naturally encouraged women to form their own parallel movements for equal rights. The position of the Mujeres Libres was complex, and it's hard to do it complete justice in a short film. Other political parties, such as the Socialists and Communists, already had women's organizations that coexisted, and these groups often butted heads with the Mujeres Libres, who believed women needed a more radical and stronger voice in a new Spain. However, even women within the Mujeres Libres were outspoken against the responsibilities of women in combat. The group of women featured in the film are constantly having to struggle to keep their weapons or fight alongside the men. The Spanish Revolution, of course, was not to be a success, and many women who did fight in the anarchist movements, and later alongside Republicans against Franco's nationalist forces, had to flee the country. The Mujeres Libres dissolved in February of 1939. The film does at times paint the movement as adventurous, but also does not shy away from reality. These women were brave. Women in such combat have, as one primary example, always faced sexual violence. Overall, the film is a bit hard to follow if you don't have good knowledge of the Spanish Civil War and Spanish Revolution. There are many competing ideologies and factions, but if anything, the film does at least highlight just that. There is much to learn about the Spanish Civil War, and it's good to see in the last 20 years many more great films have been coming out regarding the subject. The film is ambitious to take on the revolution from the Mujeres Libres perspective, even more so to have the main protagonist be a nun who is swept up into the movement. Alright, I'm Johnny, thank you for watching. Do check out Libertarias if you're interested in the Spanish Revolution and Civil War and would like to see it from a female perspective. The film can feel a bit slow at times, but I do think it's important to tell these stories from lesser explored points of view. Like and subscribe if you want to support the channel, and we will see you next time.